Hello and welcome to Python programming. Today we will discuss how to sort the data stored in a list in Python using bubble sort algorithm. A built-in function can be used to sort the data, but we are going to write our own code to sort the given list. Bubble sort is the simplest sorting algorithm that works by repeatedly swapping the adjacent elements until they are in the correct position, either in ascending or descending order. The program has a list of values. We find the length of the list. For bubble sort, we need two loops, the outer loop and the inner loop, to iterate through the list. We start from the first index in the first part, start looking and comparing each element with its adjacent value in the list. If the element that we are looking at is greater than its adjacent value, then we swap the value using a temporary variable. The process goes on till the last element in the list. The first iteration is complete. The same process goes for the remaining iteration. And after each iteration, the largest element among the unsorted element is placed at the end. The working of the bubble sort algorithm can be seen using this example where we have the original list. During the first pass, in the outer loop, the value of I is 0. Then we move on to the inner loop where the value of j keeps on increasing and changing. The value of j initially is 0 and it keeps on changing in the inner loop till it reaches 6. During the first pass in the inner loop, j is equal to 0. The value of 18 and 2, they are compared. 18 is greater than 2. The value is being swapped. J becomes 1. 18 and 37, they are compared. 18 is smaller than 37. No swapping takes place. The value of j becomes 2. 37 and 48, they are compared. Okay, no swapping takes place. Similarly, j becomes 3. 48 and 5, they are compared. 48 is greater than 5, so a swapping takes place. You can see 5 and 48, they change their position. J becomes 4. 48 and 13, they are compared. Swapping takes place. 13 is placed before 48. J becomes 5. 48 and 32, they are compared. It is okay. 48 is less than 132, so no swapping takes place in this iteration. J becomes 6. 132 and 29, they are compared, so a swapping takes place. 29 is placed before 132 and the greatest value in this list, it is placed at its correct position, that is at the last position. 132 is the last element of a list. The inner loop, it is complete. The second pass starts. The outer loop, the value of I becomes 1. We come inside the inner loop. In the same fashion as j starts with 0 and comparison starts taking place. In the inner loop, j is assigned a value of 0. Comparison starts taking place. 2 is less than 18. No swapping takes place. J becomes 1. 18 and 37, they are compared. It's okay. No swapping takes place. J becomes 2. 37 and 5, they are compared. 5 is less than 37, so they are placed at the correct position. J becomes 3. Then 37 and 13, they are compared. 37 is greater than 13, so a swapping takes place in this iteration. J becomes 4. 37 and 48, again they are compared. They are correct. They are in the correct position, so in this iteration no swapping takes place. J becomes 5. 48 and 29, they are compared. 48 is greater than 29, so using the temporary variable, swapping takes place, so they are placed at the correct position. Now 48 and 132, they are placed at the original location, that is at the end of the list. The process goes on till the last element of the list. In each iteration, the same process of swapping and placing the elements at the correct positions takes place till the last unsorted element is placed at the correct position. Let us execute this program where we have a list. This is the output, the original list. The first iteration, value of I, we have 0, starting from the 0th element. The value of j is also 0. This is the list. After the first part, after the first pass, 18 is greater than 2, so the value has been swapped. Then in the entire list is remaining as such. J becomes 1. No swapping takes place because 18 is smaller than 37. Value of j becomes 2. Then no swapping takes place between 37 and 48. They are in the correct position. The value of j becomes 3. The comparison is made between 48 and 5. 48 is greater than 5, so a swapping takes place and it's placed in the correct position, 5 and 8. Value of j is again incremented. Now this time 48 and 13 are compared. Again a swapping takes place. The correct position is this. For 48 and 32, no swapping. 48 and 32, 132, sorry, no swapping takes place. They are in the correct position. For the value of 6, the j has a value of 6. 32 and 132 and 29, they are compared and a swapping takes place. So this is what we get after the first pass when the value of I is 0. Till here the inner loop has been completed. The pointer comes to the flow of the program. It comes to again to I, and the value of I becomes 1. Again the inner loop starts working. 2 and 18, no swapping. Second pass, 1837, no swapping takes place. Then 37 and 5, when the value of j becomes 2, 37 and 5 are compared. They are swapped. Then the third iteration takes place. 37 and 13, value is again being swapped. 37 and 48, no swapping takes place. Then 48 and in the next pass, 48 and 29, they are compared and a swapping takes place. Again the inner loop is being exhausted. This loop, it's been exhausted, it's been complete, and the pointer increments and the value of I becomes 2. This process goes on. After each iteration, the largest element among the unsorted element is placed at the end. 32 and then 48, you could see in the output. Now in each iteration, the comparison takes place up to the last unsorted element. The list is sorted when all the unsorted elements are placed at the correct position. You can see after the second pass, the my list has been sorted. 3, 4, 5, no swapping takes place, and the sorted list is being printed at the end. We get the final sorted list. In the above discussed algorithm, the execution time is more as the comparisons are made even if the list is already sorted. You could see in the output 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, no swapping is taking place. To overcome this, we can modify this algorithm by adding a boolean variable to check if there is a swapping of element or not. This will reduce the iteration if the list is sorted and reduce the execution time. So another variation of the same program where we can add a boolean value is the bubble sort, the second program in front of us. We have added a boolean variable whose initial value is set to false, and if a swapping takes place, we assign a value of true to it. The value of swapped is set to true if a swapping occurs, and otherwise it remains false. After iteration, if there is no swapping and the swapped value is false, we come out of the loop and the extra iterations do not take place. Let us execute this program as well and see the output. The same iterations, the same swapping is being done, same comparison of values, the elements are being done using the inner and the outer loop, but the extra iteration 3, 4 and 5, they are skipped. So looking at the output of the above program, we can easily make that adding a boolean variable saves the execution time, as the iteration 4, 5 and 6 are not taking place. The bubble sort algorithm is simple and the code is short and crisp. Bubble sort is used if the time complexity does not matter. Hope you find the information shared in this video useful. Stay tuned for upcoming videos and thank you for watching.